Hey, what's up guys? Stinky Armpit Bass. I get asked all the time why I have so many 12-volt switches in my car. Well, there's a number of reasons. Let me go over it. Number one, I have all my mids and highs on this 12-volt switch right here instead of running a remote wire from the back of your whatever head unit you have, so it automatically turns on. I live in a hot area, and when you're running thousands and thousands of watts and you're whamming all the time, you're going to be able to cut them off real quick with a kill switch, basically a 12-volt switch. So I have my mids and highs right here. There's two different amps, and I got over 4,000 watts on this guy right here. And this is for my subs, my two massive audio Hippo 15s. This guy controls all my fans in the back. I have separate switches up here for all my separate voltmeters. So this guy right here is to my front battery, 12.9 right now. This guy right here is black. I had a red one and a blue one up here because of the heat from the cops. You don't want to be riding around at night, especially with Hyphonics blue glowing and my cooling fans and all that mess. You want to be able to keep them black so you draw that much less attention, as opposed to vibrating the city down, shaking the block down, and then also having what appears to be you impersonating an officer, supposedly. Anyway, so we flip this. Boom. It's my top one right here. Now this top one right here goes to my very bottom battery in the back. I got two AGMs in the back, sitting there at 13.1 right now. This dude right here is also to my back right before all my amps in my distribution block. So I got my voltage when it enters. Basically my front battery from my front AGM and my Singer alternator to this guy 13.03. Now this one always shows lower voltage right here, and this is fresh straight from the front to the back. This one shows lower voltage because this guy is actually attached to my distribution block right here. Now I got to clean up these wires, but this is an easy way to have a easy 12-volt switch, and this is fused, and all these guys just go to my fans. I just put this bigger fan right here, the static fan. I gotta clean that up, but this first switch right here goes on my fan. So what I'll do is, right when I hop in the car, because it gets hot in North Georgia during the summer, I'll go ahead and turn this baby on. I'll get them cooling down. With my truck being all blacked out, it sits here and it acts like an oven. It just bakes. This guy's sucking out. This guy's sucking the hot air out. He's blowing in, and all my fans on their side are blowing in. Now my other switches, and these can illuminate because these are down here. I'm gonna turn it down because I'm in my neighborhood. Remember, this goes to my my sub amps right here. That's gonna be my two inverted. They're stacked on top. Got the back plate off because the ventilation. Two Hyphonics BRX 2000s. And this guy goes to all my amps and my mids. Now this guy is right before. This is just a regular voltmeter you can find at AutoZone or something like that. This guy actually goes right before my 2 amps. Shows me the voltage directly on my highs and mids. I'm sitting there right at near 13 right now. So I got fans over here, all this good stuff, and it's cool just to be able to kill them. That guy goes off, all my amps turn off, and it's a piece of cake. Now when you're sitting here blasting at full tilt, you don't want to put them back on, even though they do have a soft start. You want to turn your volume down and ease them back up to that amount of power. Now the advantage to using a 12-volt switch with these guys is you don't want to use just any power supply. There's a reason why this tells you your voltage. So if we just ran all of these off the front, guess what? It's going to give you the exact same voltage. The secret to using 12-volt switches and wiring up voltmeters like this, or multimeters, is the fact that wherever you wire the power up, and I use these $2 little like 3-prong switches, is the power it's going to display. Here's an example. Number one, it doesn't matter where your ground is. You're going to ground to the battery or chassis anywhere you can. But the power wire to this switch that controls this top one is actually from wherever you want to measure it. Remember that. So from there, because these guys, most voltmeters have a black for ground and red for power, your red is actually going to connect to the middle prong on your switch. So you've got 3 prongs on a switch. If I had one right now, I could flip it over. There's 3 prongs on the bottom, and on the top of it is the top of the switch. So one of the prongs either end, power and ground. One of them's going to be ground, one being ground anywhere. The top one being the power one is going to be from your source that you want to illuminate. Then you're going to take the black one, which is the ground, on your voltmeter. Again, you can ground anywhere. That has nothing to do with your volts or your voltage. You're going to connect this guy, which is the on prong, to your switch. You're going to connect it to the middle. That's basically what connects. So I've got this one right here. I've got this power wire from here connected to my front battery. Now when I turn it off, it doesn't send this, the power wire, the red from your voltmeter, connects to the middle. It doesn't send the signal anymore. So the power that this is getting from the front battery is directly related to this. So I'm reading 12.6 right now on the front. When we turn it off, of course, not only does it cut this off, it doesn't illuminate anymore, it cuts this off. Now these guys over here, you can get illuminated ones, you can get black ones. Beware of the 4 or 5 or 6 or 1,000,000 prong ones or the 2 prong ones. These need to have an output when they have a circuit going through them to illuminate these guys. Same thing for this guy right here. I'm going to cut these guys off. Bam. Bam. It's really a piece of cake. If you guys have any questions about 12-volt switches and the advantages of them and why so many people run them and why I have 6 to 10 on my car, holler at me. Ask me down below in the comments. Alright, Stinky Armpit Base out. See ya.